is Isaac Green Jr. I'm the president of Eagle Creek Incorporated, and we are a civil rights group here in North Carolina. I'm a former state highway patrolman, DMV enforcement supervisor. I do thank Representative Moore for giving me this privilege to speak to you today concerning the issue of racial profiling, because of the fact that I know from experience, not what somebody told me.
Yes, sir.
I know from experience that it goes on. Matter of fact, somewhere shortly before the year 1985, I was in Vance County with a white plainclothes officer by the name of Roger Davis. I was in uniform. We was in a plain police vehicle. And he saw this African American operating a truck. And he said, "Let me stop that nigga." Now, I'm the only black one that was in the car with him.
That's right.
That was certainly an insult to me. Because it was like he was calling me a nigga. Because the other man, the black man that he was stopping, couldn't hear a thing that was coming out of our vehicle. So after he stopped the vehicle, I sat in my seat, never moved. He got out, he went up to the man, got his driver's license, registration, and then he came back to the car. Had no justifiable reason for stopping him, none whatsoever. And as I sat there, I said, now, if this man make an assault on this officer, I'm gonna have to do something. But really, he should have never been stopped at all.
That's right.
That's right.
He had committed no violation that was observed for him to be stopped.
Yes, sir.
And when I read a portion of this bill that Representative Moore put together, which is under 15A 306, prohibition on discriminatory profiling. It says, one, discriminatory profiling, the practice of subjecting a person to investigation, detention, or arrest based solely on the person's race, ethnicity, national origin, or sexual orientation, rather than on the person's behavior or on information identifying the person as having engaged in criminal activity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I saw Eric Garner, and we all saw it,
We all saw it.
Yes, we did. That's right.
and I know a little bit about the law. When these officers approached him, normal protocol for an arrest is that you tell the man or the woman
Yes, sir.
why you are arresting them.
Yes, you did.
I don't think y'all saw that. I didn't see it. And then once you tell him or her why they're being arrested, then you advise them of their constitutional rights. Did you see that?
No.
I didn't see it either.
Mm.
So how can you justify the arrest that led up to the man's death? Now, that's the problem that we have here. Is that, we got people out here with guns and badges, and some of them don't need to be out here. Because of the fact of the matter is that they do not facilitate their department. They don't help themselves when they carry out unlawful activity, nor do they facilitate anybody in the community. Amen.
Amen.
So we've got a lot of things going on, and Representative Moore, I do commend you for taking the stand.
That's right. That's right. Thank you.
To even introduce or draft such a bill. And I didn't see anybody else's name on there. Hopefully you'll get somebody else on there to go along with you. But I myself, let me share this with you and before I take my seat. I filed a $70 million lawsuit against the Wake County Sheriff's Department. Sheriff Donnie Harrison, also his legal counsel, John Maxfield, because after I had protested at the North Carolina Department of Justice against our Attorney General, Mr. Roy Dayberry Cooper III, because of some activity that I had observed in a federal court proceeding. And there was jury nullification in that proceeding, which actually made sure that the African American who was the plaintiff in the case, in a civil rights case, that they would not prevail. Basically an all-white jury. Jury nullification. And so after the party had gotten in touch with me, we went there and protested against the matter. And this was the 23rd of May of 2012. And on June the 15th of 2012, there was a Wake County deputy sitting up about maybe 1.25 miles from where I live. Stopped me, going to charge me with a seatbelt violation that the officer could not prove. Went to the Wake County court. They couldn't prove it in court, but they levied me with the fine. Said that I was found guilty. They had cameras that the officer brought in, could not prove it on the camera. And later I filed a $1 million lawsuit against Cole and Willoughby. I filed one against Judge Margaret Eagles because, in fact, it was profiling.
It was profiling.
And then also the Federal the Freedom of Information Act. They would not even comply with that. The Wake County Sheriff's Department. So we have all this kind of stuff going on. And then the federal judge supported them. So that's the kind of problem that we got here.
Yes,
all
sir.
this ties into
Yes,
the injustices that African Americans have to face
Thank you, sir.
in Hillhole, North Carolina, and across the country.
Thank you, sir.